All right, so you sent me some articles from Vin News about this company Evette, and it sounds pretty wild.
Right.
Like fake profiles and maybe even some identity theft happening.
Oh, yeah.
And online veterinarian groups.
Definitely deep dive worthy.
Yeah, we got to deep dive into this.
That's for sure. A wild world online sometimes.
Especially in professional communities.
Yeah, who knew vet staffing could be so cutthroat?
So Evette is kind of like a matchmaker for vets, right? Yeah. Connecting relief vets with clinics who need help temporarily. Pretty normal. But then the CEO, Elise Burns, admitted to creating a fake Facebook profile.
I read,
using the name and picture of a real veterinarian.
No way.
Dr. Janice Andrews.
That's messed up.
Yeah, and it gets worse because Vin News found evidence that this fake Janice Andrews was used to get into like at least 4 private Facebook groups, including one specifically for relief vets.
So it wasn't just a one-time thing?
It seems like more than that.
Like a strategy.
Yeah. So did they just want to like peek at the competition?
Could be.
Or was there more to it?
Well, 3 competing relief vet businesses think that Evette used similar tactics to get on to their platforms too.
Oh, way.
They found accounts using real vet license numbers. But the emails were fake.
Oh, so they were.
And they traced back to Evette employees.
Clever.
Yeah.
But also like
bold.
Super risky.
For sure.
But okay, so what were they even hoping to find in these private vet groups?
Right. Good question.
Like, what's so valuable there?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
It could be a gold mine of information.
Like what?
Competitor pricing. Strategies for attracting vets.
Okay.
Even details about how they run things.
Oh, so basically like corporate espionage.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But it gets a little darker than that.
What do you mean?
One of the groups Evette allegedly infiltrated was not One More Vet, NOMV.
Yes, a support group for vets struggling with mental health and thoughts of suicide.
Sure.
It's a space for them to be vulnerable.
To exploit that for gain is pretty awful. Yeah. The vet community is understandably upset. Yeah, I bet. Like Dr. Carrie Journey, NOMV's past president, called Evette's actions vile.
Wow.
She emphasized that NOMV is a safe space where vets share their deepest struggles.
It sounds like Evette really misjudged how this would look.
I think so.
Like they've got to be trying to fix this now, right?
Yeah, they're trying to do damage control.
Like what?
Reaching out to some NOMV members, acknowledging the concerns, offering to set up calls to explain themselves.
Classic PR move.
Right.
Do we know if anyone actually took them up on that?
The articles didn't say.
Okay.
But some vets, like Dr. Melanie Goebel, who actually encountered the fake profile, have said that they're struggling with anxiety and trust issues because of all this.
Sense.
You know, apologies and explanations might not be enough.
Definitely not.
It's a real human impact.
Yeah, it's not just about business anymore.
Exactly.
It's about real people and their well-being.
And their ability to trust.
So how did all of this come out?
It was a tip.
Like a whistleblower.
Well, someone reached out to Dr. Sarah Harrison, who runs the Relief Veterinarians Facebook group.
Got it.
They warned her about the fake Janice Andrews profile.
Good for them.
Yeah.
What did Dr. Harrison do?
She investigated.
What?
She messaged the account asking for proof.
Smart.
And when the answers were vague, she went public.
Wow.
Exposed the fake profile to the whole group.
That's brave.
It was a big kill.
So she was like a real hero.
Kinda.
So if they were creating fake profiles for competitor platforms, how did those companies figure it out?
Well, it seems like they noticed some things.
Like what?
The accounts linked to Evette staff. They were using real vet license numbers, but the emails were fake.
Yeah.
And they could trace them back to Evette.
So they were almost trying to get caught.
Bold move.
But then there's something even crazier.
What's that?
This veterinarian, Dr. Clarissa Hernandez, she found out that they used her identity to create a fake profile.
What?
After she had already quit working at Evette.
Wow, they used a former employee's info?
Yeah, without her knowing.
That's just wrong.
Seriously.
That raises some legal questions for sure.
Yeah, like...
In Texas, where Evette is based, impersonating someone online to defraud or harm is a crime.
Oh, wow.
It's in the Texas Penal Code.
They could get in big trouble.
Yeah, potentially.
So we've got potential identity theft,
Yeah.
ethical breaches, and maybe even legal violations.
It's a mess.
It is. But before we get into all of the reactions, I want to hear from you listening.
Good idea.
What was your first thought when you heard about all of this?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything suspicious online?
It's a good reminder that the internet can be a dangerous place.
Even in groups that feel safe.
Right. And it also shows how important community is.
Totally.
People coming together to expose this.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Okay, so now let's get into the aftermath of Evette's actions and see how this affected everyone.
Sounds good. The fallout from all of this has been huge.
Yeah, like especially for the NOMV group.
They feel betrayed.
Makes sense. It was supposed to be a safe space.
Yeah, for vets struggling with mental health.
To have a company exploit that is just
awful.
Did you see what Dr. Carrie Journey said?
NOMV's past president.
Yeah.
I did. She called Evette's actions vile.
Yeah, I saw that too.
She really emphasized that NOMV is a place where vets can share their deepest struggles.
And to think Evette was just trying to use that for their own gain?
It's really messed up.
Evette's got to be freaking out right now.
Oh, yeah. Their reputation is in trouble.
So what are they doing about it?
Damage control. They're reaching out to some NOMV members.
Right.
They're saying they want to explain themselves.
On a call?
Yeah. Offering to set up calls.
Seems like a typical PR move.
Totally?
Do we know if anyone took them up on it?
The articles didn't say.
Huh. But I bet some people are still really shaken up by this.
Definitely like Dr. Melanie Goebel.
She is the one.
Yeah, she encountered the fake profile.
Right. And she says
she's dealing with anxiety and trust issues.
That's understandable.
Yeah, like apologies might not be enough.
Definitely not. This is about more than just business now.
This is about real people being hurt.
Oh, exactly. So it's not just corporate espionage.
Right.
It's about real people and their well-being.
And the ability to trust their colleagues.
So how did any of this even come to light?
A tipster.
Like a whistleblower.
Well, someone contacted Dr. Sarah Harrison.
Okay.
She's the one who runs the Relief Veterinarians Facebook group.
Right.
And warned her about the Janice Andrews profile.
That was good of him.
Yeah, very brave.
What did Dr. Harrison do?
She got right on it. She messaged the account.
Okay.
Asking for proof of credentials.
Smart.
But the answers were super vague.
So then what?
She decided to go public.
Wow.
Told the whole group about the fake profile.
That took guts.
She's kind of a hero.
Totally. So they were creating fake profiles to get onto competitor platforms too.
Yeah.
How did those companies figure it out?
It seems like they noticed some inconsistencies.
Like what?
The accounts linked to Evette.
Yeah.
They had real license numbers.
Okay.
But the emails were fake.
Oh, interesting.
And they were able to trace them back to Evette.
Wow. So they were kind of asking to get caught.
Yeah, very bold.
But then it gets even crazier.
Why?
One vet, Dr. Clarissa Hernandez, found out they used her info to make a fake profile.
Seriously?
After she quit working at Evette.
They used a former employee's information.
Yeah, without her consent.
That's up.
Yeah, that could be illegal.
Right.
In Texas, impersonating someone online to defraud or harm is a crime. So Evette could be
in big trouble.
Yeah. But before we get into all of that, I want to ask you listening.
Sure.
What was your first reaction to this whole story?
Yeah, have you ever run into anything suspicious online?
It's a good reminder.
That even groups that seem safe might not be.
It makes you think twice about what you share.
Definitely.
And who you trust.
Even with other professionals.
This whole Evette situation shows that online platforms can be misused.
For sure.
Even ones meant for support.
Makes you wonder how we can protect ourselves.
Right. Like Dr. Harrison did a great job uncovering that fake profile.
She did?
She asked for proof checked, the profile history, even did a reverse image search.
That's smart.
Yeah. But sometimes even that's not enough.
True. It's a tough balance.
So if Evette was so obsessed with getting ahead of the competition, what exactly were they looking for in these groups?
Good question. It seems like they had a few goals. They probably wanted to see how their competitors were pricing things.
Okay.
How they were attracting vets. Maybe even find some weaknesses they could exploit.
So basic corporate espionage.
Pretty much.
But then there's the NOMV thing.
Yeah, that's harder to figure out.
What could they possibly want from a mental health support group?
It's unsettling.
Yeah.
Some vets think Evette was looking for vulnerable people to recruit.
Right.
Like vets who are burnt out or struggling potentially take advantage of them.
That's awful.
It is, and it raises some serious ethical questions.
Yeah, like how far is too far?
We don't know for sure if that's what they were doing.
Right.
But it's definitely a concern.
This whole thing shows how online platforms, even those for support, can be
misused.
Yeah, and it makes you think about the responsibility of these platforms.
Totally. They need to have better ways to protect their users.
So we can be sure we're talking to real people.
Exactly.
It makes me think about our own community here.
With the comment section.
Yeah, we've always relied on people to be honest.
Right.
But now I'm wondering if that's enough.
It's a valid concern.
Maybe we need to look into some better verification methods.
It's tough because we want to encourage open discussion.
Right.
But we also need to protect people.
It's like a balancing act.
Exactly.
This whole situation reminds us that the internet can be
a dangerous place.
Yeah, but it also shows the power of community.
That's true.
Dr. Harrison was so brave to expose Evette.
She was.
And the way everyone came together to support each other.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It shows we're not powerless against online manipulation.
We can fight back.
We can protect ourselves and our communities.
And call out those who do wrong.
This whole thing has been
heavy.
Yeah, but really important.
We have to talk about these things.
And we want to hear from you listening.
What do you think about all of this?
Have you ever seen anything suspicious in an online group?
Share your thoughts in the comments.
Let's keep this conversation going.
And work together to make online spaces safer for everyone.
Yeah. It's scary to think that a place for support could be used against people.
Like a weapon, almost.
The articles mention Dr. Melanie Goebel.
Yeah.
She ran into that fake Janice Andrews profile.
Not just once.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
Wow.
First in the Relief Veterinarians group.
Okay.
Janice was asking about relief work in Milwaukee. And Dr. Goebel, being the awesome person she is, offered some advice.
Nice.
Even shared her contract and pricing details.
Really?
Yeah, she's done it before.
Wow.
With other vets to encourage collaboration.
To help them out.
Exactly. Build that community.
And then to find out later that that same profile was an NOMV too.
It's like a punch in the gut.
Especially since Dr. Goebel was a membership lead for NOMV.
Worked so hard to build that trust.
And then
to have it all shattered
by
Evette.
It makes you question everything. Like, who can you trust online? Dr. Goebel talked about having anxiety and trust issues.
I read that.
It makes sense, though.
It does.
This wasn't just some online drama.
Right.
This had a real impact on her life.
And who knows how many other vets are out there feeling the same way.
The articles mentioned some other vets who felt targeted, too.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Like, one vet got recruitment emails from Evette that used their social media name.
A name they only used in the NOMV group.
Exactly. And those emails always came right after they shared something personal in the group.
Like they were being watched.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
It definitely seems like they were using information from NOMV.
To find people to recruit.
Yeah, and maybe target the most vulnerable ones.
It's pretty messed up.
It is. It makes you think twice about what you share online.
Even in private groups.
You never know who's lurking.
This whole thing has been a huge wake-up call.
It really has.
About online security and who we can trust.
But there's also a positive side to this.
Oh, yeah. What's that? Dr. Harrison was so brave to expose Evette.
She was.
And the way the vet community came together to support each other.
That was amazing.
It shows that even when things are bad, we can still rely on each other.
And we can fight back against those who do wrong.
Exactly. We don't have to be silent.
This has been a tough topic.
It has.
But so important to talk about.
We need to have these conversations.
Now we want to hear from you.
What do you think about all of this?
Have you ever seen anything suspicious online?
Or felt like someone wasn't who they said they were?
Share your thoughts in the comments.
Let's keep talking about this.
And work together to make the internet a safer place for everyone.